Hey everybody, happy Monday. I hope the start of the week is off to a good start for you, and I hope your weekend was good. I know, like I always joke around and say, the weekends are like 30-minute lunch breaks because they go by so quickly. But welcome to Monday Evening Quarterback, the after show. This is where I discuss what I didn't necessarily talk about on the episode of MEQ. I just got done recording Monday Evening Quarterback, and it was the 50th episode. So before I get into anything, I just want to thank everybody who's been supporting. I want to thank you who's been tuning in from the get go. And if you just started supporting, I thank you as well. Man, you have a seat at the table as well. 50 episodes down and so many more to go. And I'm not close to being where I want to be. I have a lot to accomplish and everything will get accomplished. I'm that confident. And if you doubt me, just know you're adding fuel to my engine because gas ain't cheap. Right. I love free gas, but just thought I'd get that out the way. Hey, on this upcoming episode of Monday Evening Quarterback, I talk about Oregon and just how dominant they were against Utah. They played angry, they played downhill, and I loved every second of it. I talk about Georgia and how they were able to keep it moving, even without Brock Bowers. I thought this was the best they looked on Saturday. Then some of the things I talked about yesterday, Kirk Cousins unfortunately tearing his Achilles and him being done for the year. Uh, Jacksonville winning a game over Pittsburgh. The Cowboys in that passing attack was looking good. The Eagles coming away with another victory, and AJ Brown just continuing to dominate. But I don't want to give too much away because I want you to listen to the episode. But some of the things I didn't talk about. Let's talk about what happened in Denver. Um, Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos. Now, Patrick Mahomes has dominated the Denver Broncos since coming into the league and becoming a starter. I will say that much. Denver hasn't really been the best this year. Yeah, they won last week, but other than that, remember, they're going to be poked fun at, and they're going to be known as a team that gave up 70 to the Miami Dolphins in week three, which I get. And Sean Payton running his mouth about Nathaniel Hackett being such a bad hire, only to be worse because there was never a time last year when Nathaniel gave up 70 points, or a team that Nathaniel Hackett coached gave up 70 points. Let's put it that way. That's worded much better. Look, I'm just going to come right out and say it. Kansas City overlooked Denver. And this is the reason why I always say there is no such thing as an easy game in the National Football League. And yesterday was furthermore proof of that. Kansas City, they were punched in the mouth. And this was the worst I've seen their offense look. Maybe since that Super Bowl they lost against Tampa Bay. They couldn't get anything going. Offensive line was beat at the line of scrimmage every single time. Mahomes had no time to really throw the ball. They couldn't get the running game going, and Denver just moved the ball fluidly down the field. Um, you want to know how long it's been since the Broncos beat the Chiefs? Alex Smith was the starting quarterback of the Chiefs, and Peyton Manning was the starting quarterback of the Broncos. Now both those quarterbacks are out the league. Just let that sink in. Um, Broncos win that game by a score of 21-9. Excellent performance, but I love the petty at the end of the game. The Broncos playing Taylor Swift. I loved every second of it. Ravens Cardinals. Ravens did win that game to improve to 6-2, but I wasn't impressed with Baltimore. They got up and they were ready for the Detroit Lions last week, and I think they somewhat overlooked Arizona. But then again, Arizona has played a lot tougher than I think a lot of people expected. I think everyone just expected them to lay down and not compete, but they played a lot better than their record implies. I'm not saying they were going to be a good team this year, but they've been a lot stronger than the record has shown. Um, but the Ravens are rolling right now. But how about what happened in San Francisco? Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. You know, the Bengals, they were the talk of the league early on, struggling 1-3. You know, has Joe Burrow seen better days? Is he more injured than he's letting people know? San Francisco started 5-0, and there were all those talks about them being the best team in the league, but they've lost three in a row. Um, Here's the thing: physical teams don't like when you try to beat them at their own game. As I've been joking around and saying, the bully don't like to be bullied, and that's exactly what we've seen. The Browns unveiled the blueprint, and the Vikings and Bengals capitalized on it. But here's what's crazy: the Bengals aren't necessarily a physical football team, but they played downhill. They put pressure on Purdy. They forced two interceptions, and they go into San Francisco and win a huge game, 31-17. The Bengals are rolling right now. I know you're hearing all this talk about the Ravens and they're the front runner to win the AFC North, but not so fast. Watch out for the Cincinnati Bengals. And as far as the 49ers, everyone's complaining and everyone's saying Brock Purdy's been exposed, but I'll just say this. I bet you would love Brock Purdy on your team because he's probably better than any quarterback you have on your team. And that fan base knows exactly who I'm talking about. I don't even need to say it. The Seattle Seahawks escaping with a 24-20 victory over the Cleveland Browns. Can Seattle just bring those uniforms back permanently? Because I love that vintage look. I actually have a crew neck with that logo on it. Someone got it for me from Seattle. Seattle's in first place now because of San Francisco losing to Cincinnati. That 49ers and Seahawks showdown is always fun, but I think this one's going to be even more fun this year because these are the two teams that are going to win, that are going to battle for the division in the Sunday night football last night. Chicago Bears, Los Angeles Chargers. Second starter Tyson Bagent didn't go that good. Justin Herbert looked great yesterday. Probably the best I've seen him look all year. He threw 3 touchdowns. Chargers won that game 30-13. But I'm still not sold on LA because I just don't know what version of them is going to show up. And a lot of what I say about the Buffalo Bills and how they rely on Josh Allen, I think the same can be said about Justin Herbert. So that's been the after show for Monday Evening Quarterback, episode 50. This is Christian Simpson. As always, keep up with me. Log on to the site, which is thedailyblitz.blog. Enter your email address and become a subscriber today. Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever you're calling it at DailyBlitz_61. Follow us on Instagram at TheDailyBlitz61. About to go do the Prime in a little bit. Keep up with me on the airwaves every Monday night and Tuesday night. You can catch me on a Prime with David, TJ, and Israel on Prime Sports World. That's every Monday night and Tuesday night, like I just said. Wednesdays, you can catch me on a betting window with Ronnie, John, Danzo, Ryan Shaw on the Nerd Report Network. Fridays, you can catch me on College Football Showdown with Israel Rivera on Prime Sports World. And then you can also catch me on the Sports Cubicle on WCPT 820 AM in Chicago, Illinois with Dan Marver, Devin Single, Michelangelo Mercado, and Paul Shivari. And if you need the link to check out any of these shows, please let me know, and I will send it to you. Monday Night Football tonight, Las Vegas Raiders, Detroit Lions. Check that out. I'm off to go do the Prime in a little bit. Hope you like this after show. I will see you back here next Monday after Monday Evening Quarterback. I hope you enjoy this. See you guys soon.